Next, I would like to invite Mr. Jigme Ugen, former president of RTYC Minnesota. He's also the executive vice president of SEIU Healthcare Minnesota, and most importantly, a Tibetan activist. Mr. Jigme Ugen is one of the most vocal and outspoken about this unfounded defamation of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. He has openly challenged these Chinese Asians with numerous posts on his social media sites like Facebooks and Twitters. Please welcome Mr. Jigme Ugen.
Long live! Long live! Long live! This is an incredibly powerful, strong, and resilient group that I see from here. I hear there's about 5,000 Tibetans standing shoulder to shoulder. And I keep saying that this is not a protest. This is an uprising. An uprising by Tibetans and followers of Buddhism across the globe, demonstrating the truth of power, shaking the conscience of humanity with voices echoing across the world. An uprising to awaken the spirits of our martyrs, the courage of our ancestors, because every time they come for His Holiness, they have to come through all of us. This is not a proud follower of His Holiness, the great 14th Dalai Lama, and I serve as the president of the Tibetan National Congress. Tibetans and followers of Buddhism are angry, hurt, and traumatized by all the horrifying accusations against our beloved Kundu, by the media, and by people who watched a 20-second edited clip with misleading descriptions, turning an act of kindness, a cultural prank, a grandfatherly love, into something sinful and immoral. We recognize that child abuse and neglect are serious global problems. Many children suffer serious abuse at the hands of powerful and some religious institutes. Child abuse should never be tolerated. But His Holiness's act of kindness, humor, and warmth towards the young Indian child should not be compared to that. His Holiness has been in the eyes of the world ever since he was born. He has lived a pure monastic life of celibacy, preaching and practicing compassion, non-violence, and harmony. There has never been a single negative stain on his individual self. There has never been any questions raised about his personal integrity. His Holiness doesn't own private jets or fancy cars. He doesn't own houses or property. He doesn't even have a bank account. His country was stolen from him ruthlessly. He turns 80, yet he tirelessly continues to share his wisdom and build bridges across nations and religions. He tirelessly strives to make a better world on the concept of universal oneness and human happiness. As humans, humanity should consider ourselves extremely fortunate, and we need to thank our destiny that we live and breathe in the same era as such a moral leader. His Holiness the Dalai Lama may belong to the world, but nobody knows him better than us Tibetans. He is not only our spiritual leader, but he is the manifestation of the Tibetan nation and our peaceful and honest struggle against a cruel, despotic, and a totalitarian government that is not only using a political angle and the magnitude of this smear campaign to align and to malign the reputation and the legacy. For decades now, the Chinese government has launched one of the most sophisticated cyber warfare and digital espionage targeting His Holiness, the Tibetan community, and our movement. The edited video of His Holiness and the Indian boy was first shared on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and it received about 7 million views in a day or so. These were not BTS, Blackpink, or Taylor Swift, but these were fake accounts, literally created a day or so ago. It's clear that bots were used to amplify the video to create the appearance of support while abusing the algorithms. The Chinese government's disinformation has a network of trolls in various languages across the world, paid media, and so-called influencers who have weaponized social media at an unprecedented global scale. China is clearly demonstrating to the world their disruptive and destructive cyber capabilities. Recently, the US-China economic that for 60 years, the Chinese government banned anything and everything related to His Holiness the Dalai Lama inside occupied Tibet. Tibetans were punishable for 10 years of intense slave labor camps just for owning his photo, praying to him, or even mentioning his name. The very existence of the Dalai Lama was completely erased inside China, and he did not even exist online. Last week, the Dalai Lama was trending and became one of the most searched topics in China. Official state-sanctioned accounts started posting the edited video and very badly photoshopped photos of His Holiness with the goals to defame and slander, and with hopes that the Tibetan people will denounce him. Instead, the Tibetans in Tibet have been celebrating, overwhelmed, and
데리 가족이 아주 범위기 들이 랭게 들이 좋아요 말다 아주 랭게 못이는데 올해 다른 가족이 샘슈다 닝도디 라 못이는 내 올해 쉬어로 아디도 갈아서게 달에 자벨람을 거리 채워디 다른 못이는 가족이 랭게 버지 쉬어이 데리 가족이 되고 달아 놓고요 아니 찹지라 가족이 산이 슈누기 상이 지도 소원라 아니 차도 수만 넘어보던 가족이 딘줄라 코랑기 아니 미세 쉔게라 아니 코랑기 롬데 칼롭지 코랑이 소도 아니 달에 그랑도 파만 넘어 페어디 냐버도 상이 쉔게 마땅어 지지간라 상이 차도 수만 넘어보더니 드링제